Hey friends, welcome to the channel. If you like gaming and want to learn foreign languages at the same time, or if you have sometimes a lack of motivation when it comes to learning languages, you found the right video. Los geht's! My name is Dustin. I'm an IT project manager from Germany. On this channel we create content that helps us be more productive, to learn new things, especially languages, and to live a happier and more fulfilling life. Today we'll be exploring the synergies between gaming and language learning, specifically using the game Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. We'll start by doing a quick recap on why gaming and language learning make such a great combination. I'll give you an overview about this game and provide you with a live demonstration of how you can use it to improve your language skills. Finally, we wrap up with a conclusion and recommendations for using games as language learning tool. Let's dive into today's... Wait. First, a nice sip of coffee, of course. Okay, let's dive into today's topic. Let's do a quick recap first. Language learning can open up new opportunities and challenge your brain, but maintaining motivation for the long-term journey can be a challenge. As I always say, language learning is a marathon, not a sprint, and to help you with that, you can enter the world of gaming, where the attributes of games and language learning complement each other perfectly. And with the right approach, games can serve as an excellent resource for language learners. They offer the chance to immerse yourself in a foreign world through engaging stories and use rewards along the way to keep you motivated and to track your progress. Whether it's through levels, experience points, or other markers of progress, gaming provides a fun and interactive way to practice and improve your language skills. However, it's important to remember that games should not be relied on as your only language learning resource, but rather used as a supplement to other methods. If you're interested in learning more about this topic, check out my video on the subject for a deeper dive, and I will link it somewhere here. So, let me first quote the official description of the game from Steam here. Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York is a narrative experience set in the rich universe of Vampire the Masquerade, the 5th edition. It presents the struggle for power between two vampiric factions, the Camarilla and the Anarchs, bathed in the night's light of the Big Apple. Basically, it's a text adventure where you have to choose between different options of what you want to do. It features well-written dialogues, atmospheric background music and sound effects, and appropriate visuals for each scene. It's a single-player game that supports 8 different languages, including English, French, Brazilian Portuguese, Russian, simplified Chinese, Italian, Spanish from Spain, and also German. It allows for task-based learning, because to choose an appropriate answer you need to understand the text first, of course. Further, you can train your reading comprehension by following the story through the different dialogues. However, it does not include any features for listening comprehension or speaking skills or writing skills, so it's rather suited for drilling on your reading comprehension. But that it does really well, I have to say. So now let's have a look at the game. This is the main menu. As you can see, currently everything is in French, but you can change the language here at parameters. That's the most important thing. So all the languages that I've mentioned earlier you can choose here. Let's for now pick French. Okay, then we will load my save game. It says Nuit 11, which means it's the 11th night. The game is structured in a way that you progress through it by nights. And each night you can only do a certain amount of actions or missions, because during the day you of course need to rest. You're a vampire and the sun is harming you, or would harm you. Okay, as you can see here, this is the map of New York, and the different missions are showing up here, the different options that we could pursue. More on that later. You have a journal where you can read up all the things that have happened before, and this is pretty sick because you can look things up, and for learning that's always a good thing. You have all the time in the world to do that, but only the last mission at one, or only always just the last mission. And then you have a dictionary where you have all the different things which came up during the conversations and the dialogues about the vampire world. So different vocabulary from the vampire world explained. You can also look that up at any point in time when you are in that menu. This would be a new mission of a character that I haven't done before. La Fouille Merde, partie 1. Un reporter louche d'un journal à scandale fouine autour du refuge de Sophie. Elle pourrait avoir besoin de votre aide à ce sujet. And now we could accept that. Oh yeah, what I've forgotten to mention, on the right corner here, you can see the cycle of the moon, or not really the cycle of the moon, but of this night, and how much time you have left. So we got still half of the night, so that's enough for one mission. Accept. And now we are, in the mission. Les lumières de la ville s'infiltrent dans votre appartement. Éclat blanc aveuglant, impression de film qu'on tourne à l'extérieur. Okay, let's go on. Les œuvres d'art exposées reflètent un certain bon goût dans l'art de dépenser, typique de l'image que vous vous faites de Sophie. Un millier de péchés pourraient avoir été commis ici, la plupart sous couvert d'une hospitalité bienveillante. Sophie vient vous accueillir alors que vous pénétrez dans le salon, remuant la tête. And that's a different character, Sophie. Vous comprenez que les gens me jugent en fonction de comment je m'habille, j'imagine? Okay, and now I show you something really cool. You can change at any point in time the language. So for example, now let's do it. Make it English. Back. You understand that people judge me based on how you dress, don't you? And this way, if you don't understand something, you can also just switch the dialogue within the game and you got already your translation. So that's pretty neat. So let's go on. Sophie looks at your clothes as if resigned to your sartorial limitations. And even in English, I find new words. Sartorial. No idea what that means. Okay. So I can look that up now using a translator, for example. And now you can choose between the different options here. I can take care of myself. I've tried to dress inconspicuously. I've had other things to worry about. I think this is, I can imagine what this is. But that's pretty cool. And then now you can switch the language again and let's try Italian, for example. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Indietro. Sophia osserva I tuoi vestiti come se si fosse arresa alle tue limitazioni sartoriali. Ah, interesting. It's almost the same word. Posso cavarmela da solo? Ho provato a non dare nell'occhio? Ho avuto altro a cui pensare? Let's take this one. Ho provato a vestirmi in modo da non dare nell'occhio per la Masquerade. Molto attento da parte tua. Suppongo di dovermi complimentare con te. Sofia si affaccia alla finestra. Il suo volto viene messo in risalto dalle luci. Ha l'aria di una regina che contempla le sfortunate limitazioni dei suoi sottoposti. Penserai forse che in quanto vampiri siamo al sicuro dagli avvoltoi della stampa. Sfortunatamente, quando hai potere e influenza, ci sono sempre parassiti pronti ad avventarsi su di te. Oh, interesting, ok. Hai problemi con un reporter? Avevo un amico giornalista o andrò a suonargliele? That's different. Difficult. Okay, yeah, in this way you would progress through the whole story. You acquire language, as already mentioned, by reading the dialogues, by having the translations at hand. I would suggest also to run the game probably in a window, then you can have a translator tool next to it, that you don't have to switch between the languages all the time. And you can also use that to get some new vocabulary into your favorite flashcard deck if you are using Anki, for example. The only big downside is, if you ask me, that you don't have sound. If the dialogues would be spoken also in all those different languages, phew, that would be a really great thing. Then, I mean, that would be a game changer. But also, like this, it can really help you to improve your reading comprehension, especially if you're at that intermediate plateau where you need to do activities that are really challenging and that get you out of your comfort zone. This way, this thing can really help because the dialogues are of a really high register of language, but also switching between colloquial and formal and old school, new school. So you have really a big variety between the dialogues and the characters, and they are really well written. This game can be a great addition to your language learning if you're into RPGs and sinister storylines. Nevertheless, it's critical to mention here that you should have at least an upper intermediate level of comprehension in your target language, because the register of language is quite high. The cool thing is though that you have all the time in the world to read stuff and that you can translate along the way. I hope that I could give you some inspiration on how to spice up your language learning and make it more interesting to keep you motivated in the long run. Please let me know in the comments down below if you also play video games to improve your language skills, and if yes, which ones. And if you want to know other games that can be useful for language learning or a comprehensive guide on gaming for language learning, I've already made videos about that as well. Also, please make sure to leave me a like and a subscription to the channel, and to not miss anything going forward, also activate the notification bell. Thank you very much for watching and see you the next time.